Good Saturday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up the football gods here on opening camp ceremonies Saturday. The Dallas Cowboys will have opening ceremonies at 10 o'clock Pacific time, and then followed an hour later by practice. We talking about
sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise
talking
player,
about
and
practice.
we're in here talking about practice.
That's right. We're talking about practice. But guys, this will be the second practice for the Dallas Cowboys. And before I get into everything, if you look at the community tab, and I welcome you to check out things on there, because we're going to be putting different links and things in there, and different notifications and stuff. There's kind of a poll there, because my wife is like, honey, you're going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame as media, and we know you broke ass, but you can't look like you're broke ass when you're hanging around with, people like Adam Schefter and, Rich Eisen and things like that as part of the media. You, as well as Joe Boo, got to look the part. So you can't have his messed up hair, so the hair needs to be redone. She thinks that we should go with the dreads. So there's a picture, two pictures. Maybe I'll redo it, and I'll do it as a poll on which hair we'll do. So I'll change the hair up on the next go round, so you guys can decide how should Joe Boo look at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, because we want to make sure he looks good. Because if he doesn't look good, well, I just look like a crazy man carrying a voodoo doll. But for our Dallas Cowboys here, are you
not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
That's right. Is this not why you are here? This has been insane. This week has been insane, guys. We got Jerry Jones, calling himself an ass and saying he fucked up. Excuse my language, but there's no way to sugarcoat it. And crying. There's no crying in football. He cried twice at the first press conference, admitting his mistakes. We've seen, we've seen our defensive coordinator having the podium to himself, talking about the defensive players and the changes that are going around. And the Cowboys, with Stephen Jones admitting that Dak Prescott is a special kind of player. We've seen Dak Prescott already on the podium, basically playing games and if you're trying to figure out if he's had the vaccine or not, and speaking kind of cryptically, while Aaron Rodgers may be retiring. Who knows what happens with Deshaun Watson? And Big Ben looks really fat. That's what we've heard so far. And we're only a couple of days in. We've only had one practice. And to top all that off, they're stirring the pot on players. Malik Hooker, who was a first-round pick of the Indianapolis Colts in 2017, he's 25 years old. To me, oh my God, I am so old. I have lived his life twice with 6 years to spare. He was limited to 2 games last year because of a torn Achilles tendon, early in the season. But for the first 3 years of his career as a free safety, 124 tackles, 11 pass breakups, and 7 interceptions. Clearly, that's better than Clinton Ha-Ha Dix. It's just better than Clinton Ha-Ha Dix that we were talking about last year. I'm still amazed that nobody else has kicked the tires on him to sign him. So that means either he's still not quite 100%, or he's just got his sights set on the Cowboys, and the Cowboys said, we want you. As soon as you're ready, we got the deal ready for you. To go ahead and just say, I'll wait. Because apparently what they're saying is they have to wait 5 days before they make the deal. I don't know if that's COVID rules or what the reason is, but apparently the physical went fine. They think he's okay, and they will sign him. Now, for me, here's the thing that's been missing. If you've been a fan of mine, if you've watched me for any length of time, The things that I always say are key are getting after the quarterback with the defensive line and a one technique guy, and takeaways. You must understand that a takeaway, one takeaway, can mean as much as a 14-point swing. It is a game changer. If you think back to years ago when we were up pretty good going against, I think, the Rams, and Ryan Switzer, who we had drafted, was kick returner. We were up. We were rolling. It was late in the second quarter, and we had a punt that he muffed on about the 20-yard line. The Rams recovered. They get an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, that started a momentum swing. Had we held on to the ball, more than likely we'd either scored again or run out the clock, and we would have won at halftime with a big lead. Instead, they get that score and get some momentum, and all of a sudden they come back and kick our ass. A takeaway, if you've got a team that's driving, they're in scoring position, and you take the football away and it's a pick six, or you get the ball and your offense now has the advantage because the other team's defense is chilling on the side, drinking some Gatorade. Now it's like defense. You got to, where's my helmet, and run out on the field, and you don't know what defense is called. The offense is out there and they're launching the ball down the field, and all of a sudden they get an easy touchdown. That's a 14-point swing in a game. 2014, our defense wasn't great except at taking away the football. We were second in the NFL, 19th in yardage. But that enabled us to have more opportunities and to be able to take DeMarco Murray and just ground and pound the other teams into submission. And until the midpoint of last season, we have not been a team that's taken away the football at all. We've been one of the worst teams at taking away the football until last year. And it all came about in 4 games where we got like 12. Before that time, and you can go through and say Dak Prescott sucks and Andy Dalton's better because he got more wins. Take a look at the first 5-6 games of the season. We were on pace to be the worst team in the history of the NFL in interceptions, which was 7, I think, by the 2018 San Francisco 49ers. That's how pathetic it was. But yet, we started getting more takeaways. We started getting a few victories. We stopped the onslaught of big scores against us. That's a key that a lot of you don't seem to understand. Now, enter Malik Hooker. If Malik Hooker, a guy who's had 7 interceptions in 3 years, I mean, that's, okay, let's be real, it's 2.5 a year, okay? Although on the Cowboys, 2.5 in a year, you might almost be leading the team in takeaways. You put him with Demontre KZ, who had 10 in 2 seasons. Now all of a sudden you've got some guys with Diggs, who had 3 last year, that can take away the football. Add into this, having Dan Quinn, who's an aggressive in-your-face pressure on the receivers, as opposed to bend, don't break. We just going to hope that they make a mistake and that we just give up, nothing cheap and nothing deep. No, we're coming after you. We're going to make some mistakes. But the times we get to you are going to outweigh those. The final piece of this puzzle is getting pressure up the middle in the quarterback's face. The Super Bowls that Tom Brady did not win were because the pressure that was put on him up in the middle. Quarterbacks do not like guys in front of them at their legs and things. They see it. They make them antsy. They want to get out of there. And if you get that push up there from the middle, if you can get Urban up in there, if you can get Gallimore pushing up there, if you can get the Bohemian Beast pushing up there in the middle, and get D-Law and Randy Gregory on the outside, quarterbacks will strip sack, fumble the ball, throw before they're ready, or have tip balls and get takeaways. And this seems to be the grand design of this defense, is going to be, we're going to get you the ball. We are going to get you the ball. I'm excited as can be about this. I don't know how else you can look at it, but this is definitely what Dan Quinn is looking at.
Danny, I need that ball. Get me the ball.
You need the ball.
Get me the ball.
Get you the ball.
Are you going to get me the ball? I'll get you the ball.
So I need to drink.
I hope he doesn't kill somebody. I'm back! I'm back! Get the ball! Motion! The ball!
Love that clip. I got it.
That is all Madden to you.
I'm the man. I'm the man. You got me the ball. I got you the ball.
I got you the ball. That's the grand design on this. So we look forward to, I don't know if there'll be a press, if they'll carry the opening ceremonies live or not, but we'll definitely be back later on with all the news of practice and all the shaky videos and stuff that you'll see out there that people will be doing on the sidelines and things, and giving you some clips and giving you a taste of what's going on at training camp. And in the meantime, I'm going to be working on getting Joe Boo stuff out of the workshop, taking care of Mama, because you got to take care of Mama and do some things for her. And then this afternoon, probably I think 3:30 Eastern. I'll have to double check with Mr. Wolf, but we'll be doing a roundtable discussion on, of course, the Cowboys, the Packers that are imploding, as well as getting ready for our flag football league and getting you all the information that if you want to have a flag football team in the Joe Boo League, then this will be the place for you. So with that being said, you know me. Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Thank you.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to